Hi, this is Rasheeal Dixon, and I am the host of the podcast, You Are God. I thank you all for joining me, and today we're going to discuss Obeah, something that I'm always getting messages about and people are always asking me about, so I'm going to give you guys a simple teaching. I just want to tell you all that the teachings that you come across on this channel, or the teachings that I share, are all metaphysics teachings, metaphysical teachings dealing with the Bible, and in the form of Obeah that we practice and that we teach. It is a form that utilizes the Bible heavily, and it utilizes the different states of consciousness that one falls in. So let's just do this. Let me give you a quick example. Let's say that you had somebody who was an enemy of yours, and you wanted to bring justice or bring some type of revenge or something upon them. What you do when we do this type of work, it basically studies an individual. I just want to make you understand why the teachings that are taught on this channel, the metaphysics, the biblical metaphysics teachings, how it aligns with the Obeah practice that we teach and that we're familiar with. The teachings here teaches biblical metaphysics. Biblical metaphysics showcases the Bible from a perspective where every character, place, and event are psychological dramas taking place in the mind of man. So you know that the conscious mind is a mind that we all walk around with. We're conscious, we're aware, but the subconscious mind is the mind that gives us what we want. So in the Bible, the female is the subconscious mind, and the masculine or the male energy is a conscious mind. And when we understand that these two work with each other, they create, just like in the real world where a female and a male create life, the conscious mind impresses and impregnates the subconscious mind, and it gives you all that you have, whether good, bad, or indifferent, or whatever it may be. So knowing that in Obeah we understand the different states of consciousness, and we understand how a spirit functions and how you can create spirits. People create spirit of hate, where they walk around and hate other people, spirits of jealousy, spirits of happiness, spirits of sadness, spirits of loneliness, and it feels like you're lonely. It feels like loneliness can't leave you alone. It follows you everywhere you go. So we must know that different spirits interact and different spirits create. And knowing this and understanding the cosmic plane and how all of this comes together, we know that we could bend these same forces of nature to do our will. And when we bend them to do our will, we use it in a way where they will bid for us. They will do everything we say because we know we're the commander of it. The Obeah man or the Obeah woman has an obedience unto God. And the God, see, the thing about Obeah, it has many different belief systems and many different ways of practicing, I should say, because depending on where you are in your region, it might change. But what we teach here is going to be the Jamaican version, or the version I was taught and that I'm very familiar with. And one big factor in this version are the Obeah God rings. These rings right here, many of them do many different purposes. Some of them can make you get good luck. Some of them make you win court cases. Some of them keep danger away. It's all about the practitioner and what you go to the practitioner to create for you. And how does the Obeah God ring works? It works based on the creator channels a certain frequency, channels a spirit, and they, over a sequence of days and carving and creating it, they enchant it. The same way how someone can say, someone gave me an item and the item is cursed, and because I had this item I can't get nothing done. You can still channel and tap into that and incorporate it into an object. And in this version, the rings are everything to us. So we use them for various reasons. But I'm not going to teach you about the rings right now. First, I'm going to teach you something simple that you can do, and I'm also going to have the link in the description below so you can go and check it out and do it on your own and see it step by step and have the formula there for you that you can copy. But before we get into that, I have to say how the teachings on this channel help you with other mystical arts. The teachings here teaches the Bible from a psychological perspective, and if you've been listening to my podcast, You Are God, and being up to date with everything that is going on, and you subscribe to the newsletter, you should know the teachings. And I get a lot of responses from people that have practiced, and the testimonials and everything else is amazing. So I'm happy when you guys are learning and you guys are practicing and you're giving me back feedback and you're telling me how it was and how it is. It brings me so much joy to see that you're learning, because that's what fulfills me. You know, some people run around, some people like to party, some people like to drink, like to do this, do that. There's nothing wrong with that, but what fulfills me is to see that what I do isn't going in vain and it's able to help others. So the teachings on this channel teaches you to program your mind. It teaches you how to be a mystic in a way where you believe in the power of your thoughts and you believe in the innate power that you hold. Or before you didn't believe in it, what it does on this channel is it basically engulfs you, and it's supposed to overtake your mind and saturate you with the belief that I am God. You are the connection to the divine, and the divine is flowing through you and giving you the knowledge and the ability that you need, the equipment, so you are properly equipped in all situations. So if you practice it and you start to see how when you use your imagination well, and when you put together such great thoughts, and a sequence of thoughts will create a sequence of events, because everything in life is based on thought. The thought that someone believes in becomes their reality of tomorrow. So with that being said, if you have been taking in these teachings and been absorbing it well, you will now be able to do this, what I'm going to teach you. And what I'm going to teach you is going to be a simple shut up spell to keep someone quiet. And this is something that spans many cultures, so I'm teaching you it in this way, so you don't have to call on another god, another spirit or whatever, because that same spirit that you're calling on lives in you, because God is in you. You've just been denying it if you haven't realized it yet. But I know that you are a little different from everyone else. You think differently. You think like a mystic, or you've gone through an awakening, or an awakening process has hit you, and you're starting to see how your thoughts and everything else that you think about hold power. And this power is amazing, because the same energy and the same flow that the sun uses to create life by allowing a plant to grow, it's in every human being. It's the same creative energy that we use to create our meals, to create satellites, to create airplanes, everything. Now, Obeah teaches you how to also narrow all of this down and make this become your best friend. So all you need is this ability, and once you have it and you believe in it and you trust it, it will always guide you. You'll get messages and dreams. You will see people. People will come to your life. People will aid and assist you. And all you have to do is always give thanks to that great spirit, that infinite intelligence, that beauty, that thing that lives in all of us, but many don't even realize it yet, and they will use it to defeat them. The same forces of nature that is man's servant and at our aid will rise up against you if you don't use it right. And how you don't use this spirit or this force right? Many will use it to destroy them by thinking of all the problems and thinking of hell, and it gets dangerous. Now, with that being said, let's talk about what I'm going to teach you today. It's very simple. And let's just say that you have an issue with someone, or someone is speaking negative about you and they're running your name down, or you're going through a criminal case and you have a lawyer, a prosecutor, a judge, everyone that it seems like they're against you. You can easily silence them. And you can use the classic cow tongue spell. And what you will need will be these simple items. I will have a list, and I will have a link to the items that you need. You're going to need a beef tongue. The tongue could be, it could be a large cow, small, doesn't matter. It's a tongue, because the tongue, again, this brings us back to the subconscious mind and how signs and symbols play a role in our mind, and our subconscious gives us exactly what we're used to. And in Obeah, you have to know this, because when you know this, the Obeah man or the Obeah woman will be sufficient, and they will be a pro in what they do. So the tongue, we know the words, your tongue is needed for your words. So you will also need some screws. You'll need some string to tie that tongue up. And you will need a piece of paper to put the names of everyone that is against you, or who is against you, or the prosecutor that is against you, or the person at your job, or whoever it is that is speaking negative, and you want to get them away. You will, some use a candle, it depends. You'll need alum. Alum powder is good. Black pepper. And you'll need some hot pepper flakes, so if they speak against you, their tongue burns. And while you're doing this, your whole mind, you have to channel a spirit where the person, the tongue now becomes the person. The tongue becomes the person, and all you're doing now is wrapping up their tongue so they can be sealed shut. What you will have to do is you will have to split this cow tongue down the middle. And you put the name paper in it. If you have a picture of the person, that's even better. But a picture, you write your petition on the paper or on the back of the picture. You put it into the cow tongue. You wrap it up now with the string or whatever type of tying mechanism that you have. And you then take the needles and you sew it up. And then after that, you take the nails and you nail it shut. And you wrap the tongue up to where it is mangled. It is so tight to the point where it is wrapped up in itself. And by it being wrapped up, you're sealing the lips and the tongue of those who are against you. You could burn a black candle or a white candle on top of this while speaking your intention and thinking and imagining and bringing to life exactly the situation that you want. If you do it correctly, you should throw it in the freezer after this is done. After you did everything else, put it in the freezer. And when it's done right, it should look like this. Check it out. Here you have the cow tongue. This is what it looks like when it is properly done. This, as you see, I've had it in the fridge. I've nailed it shut, wrapped it up in aluminum foil, put the pins in it and everything. You see, it is wrapped up and it is mangled, and I've done these several times for countless people, and I could tell you the results is amazing. This cow tongue is just, it works wonders, and every time you do it, and if it's done right, you will always have marvelous results. This cow tongue is beautiful. Here you have something that is powerful, and it will be your friend. So if you need this and need to understand this, the link is in the description, and you will be able to go to a website that will show you and will give you all the info that you need to effectively do this on your own. So look at this, and this will shut the mouth of anyone who is speaking against you. So the cow tongue is very effective. When you are facing situations where you have to silence someone who is speaking against you, this is an effective formula. It works, and no matter what situation you might find yourself in, it will always seal the lips of those who are speaking against you. So remember, what you will need will be a cow tongue. You will need nails. You will need pins or needles. You will also need black pepper. You will need alum powder. And you will also need red pepper flakes or cayenne pepper, anything that is hot, along with a string or some tie down, something to tie this down. Everything will play its role. And after you do this and you write the person's name or use their picture, write your petition, you put it all in, wrap it up. You could burn a white candle or a black candle on top of it. It's up to you. And then you throw it in the freezer and you forget about it. Let it go. Don't stress it. And you'll watch how this person will try to avoid you. Their mouth will be completely shut when dealing with you. If it's a court case, you will see that the prosecutor, whoever's against you, whoever's the attorney, whoever's speaking against you, will speak, but their words will make no sense. Or they will go in court and make a fool of themselves. So please practice this safely. So go ahead and practice this. And let me know if you need help. Always reach out to me if you want more in detail. So brothers and sisters, we're going to have more videos like this to teach you this stuff. So if you know people who want to learn, tell them subscribe to the channel. But continue learning, and remember, you hold the power. Brothers and sisters, this was a quick teaching you about the cow tongue spell. Now go ahead and enjoy yourself. Have a good one. Bye-bye.